Now, the official Suncoast weather with ABC7 meteorologist John Scalzi.
So yesterday at about 3 in the afternoon, we started lifting our dew points up, and they went up into the 60s, into the mid-60s actually. Now they're starting to drop as we develop more of a northerly kind of bend to the wind, and so we have a 57-degree dew point. That feels pretty comfortable, I think, and there's a few residual clouds around, but we're seeing a lot of sunshine out there as well. 81 degrees the air temperature, again, right on the way to seeing mid-80s for a daytime high, above average temperatures. East-northeast wind coming in at about 11. Be kind of breezy in the second half of the afternoon and into the evening hours. I think we'll get that little push, especially around sunset, of wind out of the east. 78 degrees in Wauchula, 79 Arcadia, Myakka, Parrish, Bradenton the same, Lakewood Ranch 78, 79 in Northport. Punta Gorda comes in at 81, and right along the immediate coastline we have temperatures that are just about the same actually. 79 degrees in Venice, 78 in Inglewood, a little cooler at Lombo Key at 76. And the reason for the general uniform temperatures is, one, our winds are coming in out of the east and northeast, not over water but over land. And that tends to give us a pretty uniform temperature structure, and also because the wind speeds are up, so it stirs up the air near the ground and doesn't allow for any cooler, warm pockets to settle. I think as we head into the afternoon, we'll notice a sea breeze kept pretty close to the coastline. Unfortunately, we didn't get too much rainfall yesterday. Some places got a spritz, but that was gone in minutes, so it didn't really produce anything in the way of additions, appreciable additions to the rainfall bucket, and consequently the fire danger index, an indication of how likely it would be for a fire to start and require suppression, is high, in fact very high, again in Manatee County and most other areas of central Florida. In fact, the U.S. Drought Monitor, which is another tool used by fire agencies that has just come out and been updated, shows most all of central Florida in severe drought. So we could really use some rainfall, but we're not going to get it today. Here's my picture of the day. This was actually tweeted out yesterday, and we do appreciate this, courtesy of Patrick Mahoney of the Florida Fire Service, that shows wildfires over the last 5 years for the Myakka River District, which we are in. And it shows that in 2013, which was a bad fire year, we had about 15,000 acres burn. And so far, as of this year, as of the 11th of the month of April, we've had 2,400 plus acres burned. That's how dry it is out there. The last few preceding years, we had less acreage burn, and consequently, there's a lot of fuel and tinder out there to ignite. Plus, the conditions are so dry in the second half of the winter and beginning of spring have been so dry that, you know, it's led to this high fire risk. There was our few little quick sprinkles. Now everything is located down to the south. As far as travel goes today, if you're heading up toward areas of Atlanta or Raleigh-Durham or Charlotte, no problems weather-wise. Now, right along the immediate coastline, there's a slight risk of a thunderstorm or two, but no severe weather today. You really got to go back to the west to have a severe weather threat back in Texas. Otherwise, when you have storminess over in the Pacific, just coming onshore, we oftentimes have fair weather over here on our coast, and that's the case today. This big ridge of high-pressure dome of sinking air, which we have been very familiar with in the last week or so, is building in again today in response to that developing low back west. So the frontal boundary that kind of tried to chip away at that high-pressure ridge yesterday is basically falling apart, and that high-pressure area will bridge over that and right straight through the weekend provide us with a general easterly wind flow, sinking air, suppressing any kind of cloud development or shower possibilities, and keeping really the chances of rainfall right along the east coast. Now, you know, we could possibly get an isolated sprinkle or brief shower, say around the mouth of Charlotte Harbor, around the mouth of Tampa Bay, close to the coast where the sea breeze is pinned, just because of local breezes there and the available moisture source. But even that, the rain chances are pretty low, and it certainly won't add to the rainfall totals. So mostly sunny and warm today, late afternoon clouds, perhaps a few, breezy in the evening as we talked about, and then cooler near the immediate coast, as that's where the sea breeze will be pinned right close to the coast, and dry as we start to watch the humidity drop, and those dew points are already falling, so it feels pretty comfortable out there. Aloft as well, some of that drier air filtering in provides us with that rainfall suppression that will lead to an extended period of dry weather. So It looks like the Easter weekend is going to be just beautiful. Daytime highs will top out in the mid-80s. It'll be warm, but lower humidities will make it feel very comfortable indeed. Ray?